for more now, we can go to the border in Cucuta, the border between Colombia and Venezuela. And France 24's James André. James, we saw those images. Jessica Le Mesurier, our correspondent in New York, described those images of Venezuelans in Lower Manhattan divided between those who support Maduro and those who cheering his arrest. What's it like where you are?
Well, look, what I'm seeing here is basically this border, which is open, as you can see. I mean, right behind me, this bridge is the natural border, and it is the main passage point between Colombia and Venezuela. A lot of the goods transit here and a lot of people. And it's interesting to just see that what we have here is Venezuelans and Colombians just coming to and from both countries. I've spoken just earlier to Venezuelans who've come to buy groceries because there are things that are difficult to find in Venezuela. And they actually, walk across or come with carts. I mean, if I turn to the other side, this over here is basically Colombia. So you see, it's a pretty short walk, and you can see people with carts, people on foot, people in cars. And what they're telling me is that, well, yes, they're worried, most of them. Most of them say, we're worried to see what's happening next. There are those, of course, who are supporters of Maduro. So, they're, of course, worried about their president. I haven't seen many today, in all fairness. What I have seen, though, is people saying, you ask them, what do you think of what's happening? One man was telling me, look, good things are going to come later on. We have to see what will happen. We were not expecting this. A lot of people also saying that they're worried to see Delcy Rodriguez be sworn in, worried to see her brother, Giorgio Rodriguez, be, re-elected at the head of the National Assembly. And for that, they're worried that maybe this is just more of the same with American backing, and then it's not going to change much. This is very much what people are saying here. But what we're not seeing in any case is a massive exodus of Venezuelans across this river here trying to get into Colombia. We did speak to one man who was driving, who told us that he had come to collect his elderly mother, who was in Valencia, which is a city inside Venezuela, bringing her back to Bogota, where he lives, because he felt he had security concern. He was worried about a potential renewed American strike in days to come, or also potential gang violence, because indeed, this area behind me is, ridden with gangs and criminals. So, of course, that is another thing that a lot of our people are worried about here.
And on Saturday, after the news first came out of the U.S. operation, Colombia's president had beefed up security along the border. Are you seeing any of that?
Now, yes, Colombia has beefed up security. There are 3 armored vehicles just at the end of this bridge here that are stationed ready. There are soldiers there. So, yes, security has been beefed up. But in all fairness, things are pretty relaxed here at the border. It's important to note that, the actual frontier between Colombia and Venezuela is 2,000 kilometers long. But there are natural barriers. There's a very, very tight jungle on most of it. If you go in the area of Maracaibo, then it's a desert that's very, very difficult to cross. So this here, Cucuta, is very much the main passage point. You have 4 bridges in the city like this one, and then, a vast network, I was being told this morning by a local, of illegal passage points that people use to get to and from Colombia and Venezuela. But, yeah, as I was saying, yes, security has been beefed up. It does seem still very, very calm for the time being in any case.